Welcome to yet another string tripod. If you go out on the internet, you'll find lots of different designs for these string tripod things. One reason is because they're really handy things to have. But I found some problems with those designs, and I have made a change that I think is a significant improvement. The whole process is very simple, so I'm going to go through it from beginning to end. The first thing you're going to need is to go to the hardware store. You'll need a screw or a bolt and a nut to go on that bolt and a washer to go over all of that. The dimensions of this are 1/4 by 10. That will tell you what size to look for in the tray over there and stuff. So you put the washer between the nut and the head of the either bolt or screw that you have there, and just set that aside for right now. The next thing you have to do is to measure the string, and to do that you have to also use my design modification here, and that is this piece of plastic tubing. This piece of plastic tubing came out of the pump in my pond, my fish pond out back. I don't know if it's 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch, either one will work, it doesn't matter. It's very cheap, it's about maybe 25 cents a foot or so at the hardware store. Cut it so it's a little bit wider than your foot, than your shoe, and I'll tell you why to do that in a moment. Then you take the string and you pass the string through the tube. Now that can be not so easy. If you recall George Burns' comment about pushing a rope, it doesn't work so well. You can take a wire coat hanger and make a hook out of it and pull it through. You can use an ice pick and push it part way and then kind of grab it and pull it the other way. You could wait on continental drift, but I think that will probably take too long. So you put the string through the tube, hold one end of the string in this hand and the rest of the string in this hand, and put your foot on the tube and pull the string up and keep on adjusting till you get about in the middle of your face, somewhere in this area. You want it to be a little bit on the long side, but not way too long. So you measure the string so it comes out to about this spot right here. Then you pass the string through the washer that's on your nut and screw assembly here and tie it up. When you tie it, be sure you use a square knot so it won't come back apart on you. Then you're going to adjust it some, and to do the adjustment, take the screw, put it into the tripod fitting on your camera, and then take the piece of tubing here, and if you just drop it, it will unwind itself. Typically the string will be kind of jumbled up. You can just run your finger down there and you can get it all straightened out. Stand on the tube, put one foot on the tube, and then pull this up so it's tight. And when you do, you probably want it to be a little bit on the low side because you're going to pull it a little bit tighter. If you end up so the camera's like this, that's not going to work very well. If you only have an optical viewfinder, then you have to be really careful about this step so that you can really get your eye right on it. If it's a screen, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit too high or too low. You can bend over a little bit or something like that. So you basically made the string tripod at this point. But I have a few more tips for you. One of them is that I've had trouble with the knot coming untied. There's several ways to fix that problem. You could put a dab of glue on it. If your string has something that would melt, you can maybe take a match and melt it so it won't come back apart. I put some tape on mine, just enough so that it can't come back apart on you. The next thing is that I found that you can put all this in your pocket, and then when you take it out, you spend about 20 minutes to get all the tangles out of it. But with this tube's design here, you wrap the string around the tube and then it doesn't get all tangled up. Yes, I have a reason for doing all this. And then when you have all this put together like that, you get a snack size Ziploc bag, put it all in the bag, zip it up. It's all set for pocket or purse. And then it won't come unwound this way. So very handy way to make things work. Thank you very much.